Joan by Carol M Mottershead. Chapter 27. My thoughts were interrupted by a knocking at the door. Alison! About time, I thought. Rushing to the door, I opened it hurriedly. There were two people standing there. I stopped in my tracks. Alison stood smiling at me along with Dr. Goodwin. What was he doing here, I wondered. The tears that had been about to gush forth after waiting so long for Alison to arrive were abruptly held back by his unexpected appearance. Trying to smile, I moved backwards, opening the door wider to allow my guests to enter, my arm outstretched, indicating in which direction they should go. Alison nodded and held out an arm, indicating that Dr. Goodwin should enter first. Dr. Goodwin declined with a shake of the head and indicated that Alison should enter first, which she did. I shrugged questioningly at Alison as she passed. She smiled and shook her head, indicating she didn't know anything. I followed them both into the living room and told them to take a seat whilst I popped the kettle on. Settling down with a cup of tea, we chatted away some pleasantries before Dr. Goodwin began explaining the reason for his visit. I can't stay long. I have a colleague waiting for me in my car, but I had to see you. I went to the library to research the headline you mentioned, and found the newspaper article too. I think you need to come back to my office with me to discuss it further. But she's already remembered, haven't you, Joan? Piped in Alison, shifting her seat anxiously to now face me and taking my hands in hers, concern on her face. I could only look between them both, tears threatening to burst. What is it? Asked Alison. What have you remembered? I sat staring. Dr. Goodwin handed Alison a copy of the newspaper article, which she began to read. I recited every word without looking. Every word was etched into my mind. I felt Alison squeeze my hands reassuringly. There was muffled talking, and I vaguely remember being walked to my room to lie down. I had remembered. Now I will have to live with it. Could I live with such a memory? It had been difficult enough not knowing where he was, but at least I had hope of finding him one day. There was another knock at the door. I heard Alison talking to someone, then muffled voices, becoming animated, and the door to my room flew open with such force that it made me jump and sit up sharply. I rubbed my eyes. I must be dreaming. I focused intently at the person standing in my doorway. My heart raced. It couldn't be. My eyes almost popped out of my head, taller than the last time I saw him, but with the same swarthy good looks and sparkling grey eyes I could never forget. My mind must have been playing tricks on me. I sat on the edge of the bed, not daring to move in case I woke up and the dream would be gone. Hello, Mother.